Hey, okay. So, my Christmas present this year to all you guys is a WordPress plugin called ReadyLinks. And basically what this plugin does, put that down, is if I have a couple of, well, it exports all the URLs of your website. And it can put in anchor text and create a link for you, or you can just print out all the links. And the reason why I'm giving this out is because it's really handy to have. I mean, instead of going through your website, how are you going to get all of your URLs in one big list? It's going to take something manual. So at least this way, you can either just I'm just going to use SEO, and then I can take all the posts and then hit export. You'll see what I mean here. I'll leave a link to this down below this video, and then here is a link. So we just copy that, and we can paste it in. Now, for this example, I'm not going to use that. All I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that. Click Post and Pages. Don't want the hyperlinks. I'm just going to export all my URLs. Okay, so I can open that in a new tab. So here's my big list. Control A or Command A, Command C or Control C is copy. And I open a notepad and I'm going to Control V and paste it. So now I have all my links for my whole website. I'll minimize that. Then what I'm going to do is actually, bring that back up again. I'm going to open a new file. Now in this file, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my primaries. So my first primary is website. So I put web design, and then website design, and then SEO, and then search. Yep, search. Optimization. Oops. Optimization. Search SEO. Apple's autocorrect gets annoying after a while. Okay, so I have a bunch of my primaries there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just populate it with a bunch of extra keywords that will, when linking, make the page linking look like an organic link. So they do things like here and here. Check it out. Go there now. Go there. Now, so I'm going to get a big list here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it, because with this, I'm going to show you a bit of a strategy on using SENuke. It is a tool that I use. I don't use it a whole lot because I don't really have a lot of control over the content that goes out into those articles and whatnot. I like having a little more control about it. So what I usually do is I'll have Summer or Anita or one of the girls write me 2 or 3 articles, and then I will very lightly spin it. So a spin is basically here. Let me pull up a file here. So if I was to spin an article and there's a sentence called "The man walked across the room." Now spinning this, I could go like this, and then I could go man, woman, kid. Okay. Walked. Could be anything from walked to ran to. That's good enough. A light spin is 1 or 2 keywords every couple of things, every couple of words. And room, of course, could be hall. You know what I mean? So every time that this sentence prints, it'll print something different, and we call that spinning. So, excuse me for a sec. So basically, what I do is, like I said, I'll get these girls to lightly, or I'll get them to write an article or 2, and then I'll lightly spin it so that when I do submit, I can spin them a little bit so that they still hold the contextual value. Or what I'll do is I'll actually take snippets of that article, lightly spun again, and I'll post a snippet of that article to the article directory. Now, like I said, what I'm going to do is, after I have this big long list and I have this keyword list, let me just plug in a few more. So what else would they put? I guess that's kind of good. Okay. So if you've ever used SENuke before, the way it works is the ones that are on top are the ones in this list. Here, I'm using a VPS right here. The ones that are in the top of the Turbo Wizard here will be the primary, and it will use that the most, and then secondary and so on and so on down the list, using the last one in just random bookmarks and Web 2.0 profiles. So down to brass tacks, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go into my list I just created. So I've got this whole list of all of the URLs in my site. Now I'm going to take out a couple of them because I don't want, it'll only take you a few minutes to do this. We don't need the thanks page. That's fine. And you'll see I have a subdomain. That's good too. No problem there. Thanks for your order. Don't need that one. Let's go on this thing. I'm doing this live, so you can see exactly what I do. Okay. I got a bunch of content here. Okay, let me just find thanks. Okay, thank you. Welcome to the system. Okay, leave the join now. Okay, find another thanks. Okay, that's it. Okay, Control A, Control C. I'm going to head over to my SENuke, and I'm going to plug this list into my SENuke, big long list. And then I'm going to take my big keyword list. You probably, let me throw a couple more in there. Oh, that's another thing. Using your brand name. Can't spell today. Repetitively. That's going to do is that's going to brand my name, obviously. So I'm going to grab this, I'll select A or Control A, select all, Control C, copy, and I'm going to paste that big keyword list into my keywords. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the tags, and again, when it pulls content, when SENuke is running and it's pulling the content, the first word, if you've ever noticed, when you plug all those in, it's always the first word all the way across. So the strategy, here's where the strategy comes in. We're going to use something very generic. Terrible writing today. Internet, web, tech. See, I'm using very short form words. Design. Don't forget that America, right? You see one of those in article directories, directory sites, things like that. You'll have a North America. So if you're in South America, if you're in Europe, if you're in the UK, if you're anywhere, make sure that's in your list, because if you don't have that in your list, if you ever used SENuke before, when it pulls, it'll say skipped. It won't post to any of them that it can't find a relatable tag, right? Okay. So North America, what else am I going to put here? Press. I got news. If I don't have it, it's there now. I guess it's pretty good. You only need 4 or 5. I like to put a bunch in there. I think it's spelled tech wrong. Yeah, and don't leave a comment. It'll give you an error. Okay, the template, I'm going to use the Full Monty version 4. Oh, that's the one profile. I don't want one profile. I want 4. There we go. How many profiles? I'm going to select 3. I update daily. Every time they have it. I updated this already today. Every time they have an update, I update it. So I only spread it over one day, so that, let's say, for example, if I was to spread that for 10 days and I update tomorrow, half of those lists, maybe not half, maybe a quarter of the list is going to be gone. Right? So it's going to take out all the links. SENuke, every time they update, they put in new directories and they take out old directories, ones that don't work anymore. So update, put it for one day, and let it go. Okay. The other thing is the number of links per article. Bring this down to either 1 or 2, because too many links, it'll flag it as spam. So I like to leave 2. And that's it. Now you're going to notice a couple things. When I click create, it's going to give me errors. It's going to try and pull wiki sites. It's going to try and pull PDF sites, and it's going to give me errors. So this is where the strategy comes in. So I'm going to click this, and then while this is happening, it's going to kick me out a bunch of times, and it's going to say, oh, I can't pull the article directory, or I'm having trouble spinning it, or whatever the case may be. So while this is happening, I'll let it actually error once before, so you can see what I mean. They're unable to pull. There it is, unable to spin with TBS. Okay, you're going to get that. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Because remember what I said, it's only that first word. And this is where the strategy comes in. So I'm going to pause this video right now. And I'm going to come back after I'm done. And I'm going to show you the rest of the strategy. Okay. The wizard is completed. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close this. I'm going to leave everything open. I'm not going to close anything. I'm going to go to the new, here it is. I'm going to go here. And you can see my web design campaign right here. So I'm going to click on that. And I know what everybody's going to think of this, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click the first one, I'm going to scroll down to there, I'm going to hold shift and I'm going to click on the last one. And the only thing that I'm going to leave is this new wizard project. I'm going to right click and I'm going to delete it. Because I don't want that. Because it has problems, right? I don't want to just fire it away. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type in strategy. Okay, I think I spelled that right. Okay. Number of profiles, double check, make sure that's 3. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through it and I'm going to make sure, it doesn't really matter, here, close that, get rid of this, I don't need that. Sometimes you have a little bit of a problem. I use No Hands SEO. If you're ever going to buy a tool, go and purchase one, I'd actually suggest No Hands SEO. Because it's literally No Hands SEO. You type in the address, you type in a couple of keywords, and it goes and does a bunch of stuff for you. It harvests URLs. It'll go and it posts to all the Whois sites. Makes comments for you. It comes with preloaded like 2,000 comments or something like that, and they're not stupid spun things. I mean, if you got a WordPress blog and you look in the spam section, oh my god, some of the stuff that's in there is just ridiculous. I'm just going to close my SENuke down, shut that, terminate. If you ever think of purchasing VPS, I'd purchase Black Hat's. Excellent system, excellent system. They come with all this wonderful software that I use. I don't really use much of it. I don't use the PinPal bot. I do use SEGSubmitter and the Niche Finder, SEO Power Suite. Really handy stuff. That's like a $800 program. These guys got it installed, so you can go in, you can use it. It's bloody marvelous. I'm going to go to the options. I'm going to check for updates. Where's my updates? Updates here. Close that. Close that. I was having a licensing error. It popped up while it was printing, so let me just double check and make sure that it's running, no problem. Because that the wizard section is saved, right? Look at that. Watch. Okay, so I do use this for clients when we do the link campaign, the basic link campaign. That's the one that we normally use. Go down to strategy. Okay. Delete strategy. Delete that. Okay. And double-click the wizard. Now, this will all be pre-populated from the. So here's all my big long list and my other list. In that strategy, make sure I got 3 and click next. Hopefully the common project settings will work this time. Hey, there you go. Okay, so you can see how it says ignore site. See that? So I'm going to click that. Not that one. That one. Get the drop down. I'm going to make sure we just have a Beyblade. And there'll be a ton of them. Ignore site. See what I mean? It's a bit of manual. There's cats in memory of. You want it to be as many as you can. There'll be a bunch in here. I'm telling you now. There'll be a bunch. Okay. Movies. It's a bit of a manual process, but you only really got to do this once. And you'll see what I mean, again, with the strategy, right? Video games. Don't necessarily have to get them all, but get some of them. Business. There we go. I forgot to put that in my list. Put that up here. Go. Business. Select. Did I spell it wrong? Busyness. Okay. I think that should do it. Okay. The rest of it I'm going to leave the same. I'm going to click Next. Now, here's the thing about the Turbo campaign. See how it's got that big long list over here? Well, I'm going to click on that. I'm going to Control A, select all, Control, copy that, come over here, and I'm going to paste it in here because it doesn't do that. All right. Go to the next. Linking is already done. I'm going to use their template. Now, one thing that I did notice that a lot of them don't do is they won't forum profile the social networks. You notice they'll forum profile kind of through the wiki, you know what I mean? But they won't secondary forum profile. Now, forum profiles, they have literally zero SEO value. They are no good. But what they are good at is indexing your links, because if your links point to the links, you'll see what I do with the links afterwards. But if you want, you can drag and drop a couple of forum profiles and point them to your social networks. Okay, that's actually pretty handy, and it won't affect your the end. Same with the article directories. If you want to throw a secondary bookmarking system into that, just drag it, drop it, throw the quick link in, boom, done. Okay, I'm not gonna do that now, but here's where we get into the nitty gritty. Now, you see, they're all gonna be web design. I'm gonna click all these. See web design. Web design. Okay. The other thing is select all. Copy. Now go in here. Open the third one, new. Okay. See, it's got this big long thing. That's why I didn't try and edit it over there. Okay, so it's only got there. Go. It won't allow you to put in subdomains with all this junk. I want my keywords, right? So I'm just going to grab this and drag it all the way down here to there. No, not there. Before that. Grab that, bring it to the line, go pop. Okay, so now I've got my primaries with the digits. Control A, copy, Control C. See? All right, now I'll go back over here and I'm going to paste that into there. Okay. Carrying on. Now, you can see that's not, usually what it'll do is it'll try and download 4, right? I've only got 1 here. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change this to a keyword that's going to have more results. Wordpress. All right. This should give me more than 4. Let it go. No? Okay. Design. You can watch it down here. Downloading 1, downloading 2. As long as I get 2 or more, I'm good with that. I know we'll try to do 4, but you see what I mean? So this just brings up the effectiveness of the SENuke, right? And although I don't, here's where I can control what it posts, but right now, again with the strategy, I'm not going to bother with this right now because we call this spray and pray. We blast out a bunch of links and we pray that some of them stick. But again, it's what you do with the links after you're done. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on here. Next, add links, but they weren't found. Okay, so I'm just going to insert links at the top, okay, not at the bottom, at the top, and then click next. Select the many variations again, okay, so I'm going to grab my note file, Control Z, over here, select all, and then paste. Again, okay. Carrying on. Good. It's got a lot of content in it. It's just kind of the stuff that matters. There's a lot of directories and article sites that don't allow you to post HTML. So if you have the capacity to go through this and remove all the HTML, you'd be better off to do that. I'm not going to do it right now. I do that, but I'm not going to do that right now because it takes forever to copy it, paste it, delete all the HTML, copy it, paste it back. So as for the example's sake, I'm going to leave that. Again, insert those links at the top. That's good, that's good, that's good. What I'm going to do is try and delete some of these question marks. Alright, some question marks there. PDF site. It pulls it, usually doesn't have HTML. Good stuff again with all these question marks. I'd probably be better off to select all, copy this. Get a lot of notepads open, but like I said, you're going to see what's going to happen. Paste that. Question marks. Just do one. Replace with nothing. Okay, pretty good. Get rid of this. Dash. Copy. Paste. Okay. Ensure all my content's in here. Oops, I forgot the, what did I forget? I forgot to bring that down to the top. Good. Good. Oops. Again with the question marks. It's a common problem. Not every piece of software is perfect. So you gotta kind of do this, you know. And in the end, it is worth it. As you can see, there's a bunch here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video right now. If I run into any problems that you should probably know about, I'll resume the movie. Otherwise, just hang on 1 second. Just bringing it back. But here's an example of what will happen when you use the wizard. It's common, happens all the time. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control A, select all, and delete that. And head up here, make sure I can download, and I'm just going to try it again. That's it. Now while that's working, select all of this, select all, and then copy. It's going to continue to do that. Back over here, paste down here, place all, back, okay, copy, and paste. Now, what you're going to see a lot of, another thing you're going to see, you notice how those were, that had a bunch of strong, see these strong things? That's, of course, HTML. You're going to see an sign, an ampersand, and then BULL. And basically what that is, it's a bullet point. That's HTML for a bullet point. Now, bullet points will never show up in an article directory. If you try and put in HTML ampersand, bull, colon, or a semicolon, it'll just show up in the article as nbull, colon. And it makes everything look really bad. See, sometimes if it's lightly spun, you can kind of get an article to pass because it may be written by a foreigner that doesn't know English too well. You know what I mean? So you get the odd sentence that doesn't make sense, but the point of the article is usually reasonably intact. This, different story altogether. Like I said, I don't use SENuke that often for real backlinks. But this is a strategy that I do use, and like I said, okay, so I'm going to carry on here. Links at the top, links at the top, links at the top. Okay. Links at the top. Don't forget, links at the top. It's way better for everything. Article directories won't let you, so there's a couple of AD right here. See this AD right here? In this one, you'll notice it has a spot. Most of them do. It'll have press releases and stuff. They'll have a spot down here to put a link. Do not try and put it in the article body. So head down to the bottom. You can see nothing. Absolutely nothing. Don't put them in the body of the article directory. And same with the press release. Put at the bottom of the press release maybe one link. So you just click this down to one. Same thing with the article directory and press release. Okay, I'm going to carry on here. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Okay. After I've gone through all of these and done things like replace the column. Oops, forgot one. Good thing I went back. Doll. Copy. Pad. Paste. Here. Place it all. Click back. Alright, go to this. Another thing that it commonly does is it will not create an email address for you. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to run the SENuke, and one of the profiles will not have this email address. So you're going to spend all that money on CAPTCHA and not get anything out of it, which is a pain in the ass because especially with the with this particular campaign, the Full Monty from SEO or whatever who are there, I have looked at this the way it works, and it's the perfect one. Right? So, but the thing is, every time you run that, three user profiles, it's going to cost you about $6 in CAPTCHA if you do it right. Now, you do it once, spend that money for CAPTCHA, but here comes the strategy. Okay, so I'm just gonna click auto generate. That's fine. I'm going to click create. And I'm going to download the pre-created from SENuke because they're brilliant that way. They create a bunch of emails. See what I mean? Okay, so a bit of a problem here. Wait, try that one more time. Okay. If it does give you problems like this, it does have other options, which is bloody marvelous. You can either use this or just create a Hotmail account right there. Now, I use Death by CAPTCHA, so if I head over to here, I'm going to go deathbycaptcha.com. These are the guys who are the cheapest, and they are the most reliable. So double whammy, totally awesome. This is what you should use. Make sure that whenever you begin one of these, you have about $15 in there, because I'm going to run it a couple of times. That's the point, right? So make sure you have at least $15 in there. And make sure it's all hooked together okay until this is done. This is another good thing about SENuke. If you do use other tools like, where's my VPS provisioning? If you use tools like PinPalBot, there was a couple in here that no longer are here. Oh, Twitch. There we go. Okay. I think Twitch is having a bit of a problem. But the account creator, I can reuse those emails that SENuke has applied to me for these, right? So you can you get SENuke, you can download a bunch of it, and you keep track of all your campaigns, like I got right here, and you just go into them. Every one of them will have an email address, right? Here's my email address and password. so I can reuse that email for Twitter bots and the like. I don't use, like I said, I don't use the PinPal bot because it, again, what it does is it searches by keyword and then tries to repin a bunch of the pictures that it finds, which is okay because it shows the people who are getting their pictures shared, they will in turn reshare. That's the theory, right? Because that's what does happen a lot. And I like a little, again, I like a little more control over my stuff. So, okay, so that's done. I forgot to click test. Just make sure this is all good. Testing that. Okay. Next. I think it only gave me that error once. No, maybe not. Okay, again, auto-generate, create. Let's see if it'll give me that problem again. I think SENuke has been having problems with their account verification. See, this now it's working. But you know, I mean, you get kind of used to this when you're using other people's programs. I tend to write a lot of my own stuff just because of stuff like this. But I like this because it'll auto spin the usernames and stuff. So, but the email address will stay the same. So you always have access. So if you find something that's just out of the blue, it's just ridiculous. It didn't post right. It's got a lot of end bulls in it, right? Remember I said that earlier. It's got a lot of that in it. Then you can go in, see your username, go in there, take it out, paste another one in there, away you go. And that's one of those things that you use one of those, it's like I said, I'll use something that Summer wrote or Anna or Anita or one of the girls, right? The girls are excellent content writers. I gotta tell you that right now. I guess they just got the gift of gab. But all the girls that I use for, you know, another place to get cheap articles. Well, you got to kind of research a bit before you go to Fiverr.com and then you search for article writing. And you're going to see a bunch of people that'll say SEO articles and all that stuff. Don't get anybody from out of the country, okay? Because you're setting yourself up for a fall as far as wording and grammar, okay? The other thing is, again, like I said, you got to research, you got to communicate with them. You don't just put in an order and then hopefully something good comes out of it and then give them a bad review because they didn't give you exactly what you wanted, and nothing goes good that way. So it is a good source. I do use Fiverr.com for things when the girls are busy or whatever the case may be, and they'll give me something and I'll usually just rewrite it, or I'll add to it, or I'll buy 2 or 3 of them, and just like SENuke, I'll put 2 or 3 of them together, copy, paste, and then just make it make sense. You know what I mean? Okay, so now the emails are all created. I've got my 3 user profiles. I'm going to head over to the subdomain. Which one? Oh, because I didn't change the SEO. I like it because it'll tell you, no, it don't work. It won't work. Go back. Just give it a second to load. I'm using a VPS that's like in Europe. So if you have any 3, 1, 2, 3. If you have any 3 letters or less, it'll give you that problem. I think we talked about that. And look at that. It didn't even do that. Click that, should let me go. Oh, see, okay. I must have missed this one. But again, like I said, you use the wizard, you set yourself up for a poll. Yeah, I skipped through it because it's an example, but it's still good. It's still nothing wrong with it. You know, it's still an SENuke. They really got it down as far as what article directories are looking for, how to the best ways to link things together. Like I said, like they'll make the article directories that have decent content point to you. Okay, so yeah, they'll have the article directories and wiki sites point to you, and then all the rest of them point to those. So, you know, in the end, I'm hoping to get about 350 to 500 links out of this, and you know, I mean, if you've ever used SENuke, you're like, oh my god, this, okay, just chill out for a minute. The reason being is because not all of them are going to get indexed right away. You know, it's not like Google's going to see you get 300 links in one day, even though I have it set for one day. But it doesn't take one day. It takes like 2 days. If we do it tomorrow, if we do it right now, it's not going to be done until like tomorrow afternoon, right? Because it's just got, oh, look at all this content, right? It's going to post out, it's going to do all this stuff, create the articles, create the accounts, and log in, post, solve CAPTCHA. You know what I mean? It takes time. So, and we'll get into the strategy. Hang on a second. Let me just get here. Just make sure. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you. Article directories. I'm going to not do that. Get rid of this, and I'm going to put website design, and I'm going to generate content. Okay. I don't smoke a lot. Just I keep pausing the video. Okay. It's got 2. Let's look at the wording to see. I think I'm going to need more than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to select all. Okay, I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy. Okay, and I'm going to hold that in the clipboard. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to type in WordPress. But now I have 2, so I'm only going to download 2. Right? I have that held in my clipboard, and I'm going to download, even if it, no, I was just going to say, even if it downloads 1, I'll take it. WordPress website. Okay. Sometimes it won't download the content if it's only got 1 keyword because it's not good enough. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what I did? I forgot to. It's going to continuously generate and try and spin the title. So okay, now I've got my 2. Head up here. And I'm going to click right at the very top. I'm going to hit enter twice. I'm going to go arrow key up twice, and then I'm going to paste that other one into here. Now I have 4 spun articles about web design and WordPress. So they're still right along the same type of lines that I need it to be. Again, see what I mean? Like this is, I think this is a bit too much, but if you look at it carefully, you'll see a whole bunch of these, the delimiters that'll separate. So really, realistically, that big long thing is going to be drastically different when it posts because it's only taking maybe 30 words out of that. And if you notice, it's got links in it. So I want to make sure that this is checked and I don't have the links in any article directories. Okay, again, head back here. Let's see if I messed up anything else before I go. Not recommended. Yes, I want to remove it. Okay, and next. Oh, here's another one. Again, over here, our article directory. It's being posted to the 2nd tier of a wiki site. So I'm just going to generate. No. Enable. Okay. See, a lot of people have, I mean, I've had conversations with a bunch of people that have been like, I can't stand SENuke, it's got so many problems, it keeps on giving me errors, I can't find any content. And it's patience, you know what I mean? Where's my spinner? There it is. I just need to re-verify. You got to re-verify this every once in a while. Delete that. Bring that campaign wizard back. And try it again. Downloaded the content, spinning. Alright, now we're good. Now I want 3 or 4. Able to spin. Oop. Do that. I don't want that A there. Control A. Copy. Here. I'm just going to delete the site, so it's just web design. Okay. Now I need 3 if it'll give it to me. 1 here. 3. Okay. Good, good. Okay. I said, I only need 3. It posted 2. I don't know why I posted to the top. I just posted to the top. You can post it really anywhere you want to post it, but I posted to the top. Because usually it's context related. So, like I said, you can post it anywhere you want. Got rid of all the question marks already. Over here. Next. Okay. Like I said, a little time consuming, worth its weight in gold. Okay. Now, you see how this is value? The stock is 8. I bring it down to 6. You'll have a better success rate if it's actually at 4. But I leave it at 6. That's fine. You got to click this check CAPTCHA before you go. Now, in the submission limits, we're going to click all these to 100%, and then we're going to click finished. Again, we're going to spread it over one day, and we're going to hit go. Now, this is going to go ahead and create the campaign fully populated, right? Fully populated. That's what you need to be. And like I said, if it's a fully populated campaign, it's going to cost you about $6. It could cost you as little as 4, depending on how many sites. But if you click that 100%, and they update all the time. They update SENuke all the time. That's one of the reasons why I love the program, is because they update it all the time. Now, if you look, here's the strategy, right? Now this has all my keywords and all the URLs. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to double click it again. Now I already have all the content generated. Okay, I don't have to worry about anything else. This is where the fun begins. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click right click. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to go to my list of URLs here. Okay, I'm going to Control A. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to pick a keyword. WordPress. And I'm going to find next. Okay, so here's one. Copy that. Paste it to this. Paste. Next. Next. Copy that. Over here. Paste. Here. Next. Now I have a bunch of WordPress. See all these WordPresses right here? I'm just going to take that whole thing. Copy that. Over here. Paste. Go down here. See these two? More WordPress. More WordPress. Grab these two. Come over here and paste. I think I missed 2. There they are right there. Copy that. Paste. Okay? You know what's going to happen now, right? I know you do. Okay, come down here. Click next. WordPress. How to install WordPress. WordPress. Okay. This. Copy. Paste. Down here, WordPress tools. Okay. So now I've got a bunch of topic related. Grab this list. Copy that, head over here, go this, and paste. Now I only have WordPress in here. I'm going to right click, I'm going to select all, and I'm going to type in WordPress. WordPress design. Oh wait, actually, go back. Actually, I'm glad I can see. This is why you do it in a separate file. Grab my keyword list. Where's my keyword list? There it is. Okay. So I want some of these, but I don't want all of these. So I'll just grab from here up. I'll type in WordPress. And all those ones that I had in here before. So, okay. A, C. C. B. Paste. All right. Now, it'll say I've actually done that. So now I'm going to label this. Grab that and put WordPress. Okay. Click next. Let it save. Saving right now. That's why it takes a second. Okay. Now it's saved. Go to confirm, and it'll want me to verify all the email. I'm not going to change the email. That's the point. Not changing anything. Go along here and leave everything else the same. Now, again, some people will say, oh, that's a bit of a waste of money because it goes through the CAPTCHA twice. It does go through the CAPTCHA twice. However, what's going to happen is, because the same user's logging in, creating a new thing, the likelihood of, oh, there we go, okay, of those first articles staying is better because it's not a single post user. Text, test. Okay, next. All the rest of this stuff should be still saved from the last time. And I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to finish. And it's going to export another one. Now I'm going to do this for my primaries. So I did the generic one with all this generic stuff. And then I'm going to home. I'm going to do one for one keyword. I'm going to do one for a secondary and one for another secondary. Okay, so in all, I'm going to create 4 campaigns. And all of these campaigns are going to take about 3 or 4 days to run. What's going to happen is all those users have all these extra content, right? So it's not like they're only posting one article. Like I said, if they only post one article, they don't log in for a week, guaranteed it's going to get flagged as spam. Almost guaranteed it's going to get flagged as spam. A lot of these places, I'm probably going to have a 50% retention now because I'm doing this, instead of 15 to 20%, which is what it normally is, because it's spam content. It's not that good. And there are moderators that'll go through every single one that's been posted in the day, especially at blogs.com. I've noticed that SENuke doesn't even have it in there anymore because they go through there manually and they check and they see, right? And then plus they have software that does that for them now. So that's what you're going to do, and I guarantee you that's going to do some serious backlinking for you, and it's going to be stuff that sticks. It's going to be well linked. It's going to be pointed to topic-related stuff, especially when you do those secondary and the other ones. You know what I mean? Like for me, it'll be WordPress, and the next one will probably be SEO, and the one after that. So if you're selling musical equipment, then you'd have your music store as one, and you'd have all your instrument stuff, and you'd have maybe music and sheet music. But then you're going to run another one for just sheet music, and then you're going to run another one for just guitars, and then you're going to run another one for just pianos. You follow what I mean? So then every time the content, even though it's the same content, it's spun. That's the point. That's the point of spinning it, because every time it posts, it'll post a different article, worded reasonably the same, topic completely the same. So anyway, that is my SENuke strategy, and like I said, I'm going to post the ReadyLinks below the video. Just click it, hit save. Now, one thing about this plugin, chances are if you go to plugins, add new, and you try and upload it, it's probably not going to unpack properly. It's just one that we threw together. So you're probably not going to be able to do this. You're going to have to use an FTP program, create a folder in your plugins directory, or just drag and drop it. If you're using like FileZilla, you just extract the zip file, drag and drop that, and activate it in your plugins through install plugins here. Okay, so Merry Christmas. I hope this helps somebody somewhere. Peace.